Hey, I don't know if you heard, but the housing market's in a little bit of a tough place. Let's talk about why that is. Home sales are down in some areas, but mortgages are pretty much still steady. One reason for the slowdown in home sales is that many buyers are priced out of the market. The median home price in the United States is over $400,000, which is out of reach for a lot of people. Another reason for the slowdown is that mortgage rates are rising. The Federal Reserve has raised interest rates to combat inflation because the market was so hot. And this is making it more expensive to borrow money. But we're nowhere near historic highs, and it's important to remember that. Did you know back in the 80s, the interest rate was 18%? Luckily, we're nowhere near that. So it is still a great time to buy, and if you pull a 40-year average of interest rates across the United States, we are still at that average. Now's the time to get in, and later you can refinance your money down to a lower rate and beat other buyers to that perfect property. What is the future of the real estate market? Well, of course, it's a little uncertain, and there are some factors and historical trends that we have to consider, but those will also help us guess where we're going in the near future. Every indication right now is that home prices will remain constant or slightly rise in the next few years, not drop significantly. As long as demand for housing remains high with our ultra low inventory, this means that we're going to see prices at a minimum stay steady, if not slightly increase. Historically, we've also seen interest rates go up, then come back down. The current trend of interest rates is on the rise. However, that's not going to go on forever, and I believe we're going to see rates ease over the next 12 months. What's that going to do? It's going to cause demand to skyrocket. So now is the time for you to purchase your property before everything gets into a bidding war again. Keep the house, change the money later. What is the 2024 presidential election going to do to the real estate market? As political and social pressures build, the Biden administration, when seeking re-election, will have a massive incentive to improve market conditions through measures like lowering interest rates. They'll also need to show that they can bring about economic improvement and growth while they're seeking re-election. The Republican challenger, however, will also want to position him or herself as the alternative that can bring about some much-needed economic recovery. Either way, regardless of who wins, in order for the narrative to be true, both sides will be motivated to implement adjustments that improve the economy and the real estate market. Now's the time to start looking for that next property of yours, and as the economy gets better, it will only improve in value.